Welcome back to another episode. And guys, today we're going to have a double feature talk. Speaking about two recent Netflix releases that just came out: Stowaway, starring Anna Kendrick, and Woman in the Window, starring Amy Adams. Now, with Stowaway, this is a movie that takes place aboard a spaceship that is on a mission to Mars. Anna Kendrick, Toni Collette, those are the two big names within this film. Now, basically with this one, guys, without we're not gonna go into too many spoilers. I will tell you what I think of the film, when I get towards the end talking about it. But with this one, you have Toni Collette. She's the commander of this vessel going to Mars. Anna Kendrick's on there on the ship as well. She's like the medical officer, and where as well as other gentleman who is, he's like a botanist basically, growing, plant life, algae, things like that. See what can survive on Mars. Now the thing is, they have the three of them are on the ship, but they're not alone. A gentleman is basically how we get the name Stowaway. A gentleman is, he. I don't know if he. It's basically seen that he was working on the ship and he got tangled up in some wires, and he got basically he went to space with them, and they come across him, but things get damaged. Their oxygen levels get damaged, and now they only have enough oxygen, if that, to make it to Mars with three passengers. So they've kind of decided now that this gentleman he's not going to be able to make it. One way or another, he's not going to be able to make it with them to Mars. He's going to run out. He's going to run out of oxygen. And that's going to be it. So they decide. They're talking back to the mission command, like, what can we do? This company who sent them up. And they're like, there's nothing we can do. There's no option. The only way this he's not going to make it. You're going to have to just break the news to him, and you're going to have to find a way where he's just going to have to with himself, because he's not going to make it regardless. And they're trying to trying to come up with some ideas, how they can survive, how they can get more oxygen. This botanist, trying to grow, produce some oxygen through the algae that he's growing, the plants. But still, it's enough to make for three people, but still not going to be enough for all four of them. So basically, after all the ideas are basically just, done, like there's no other ideas left, Anna Kendrick, suggests, well, there's this water tank basically is on this ship. If they can go up up this long cable and drop down to this lower part of the ship on the outside, maybe they can get some O2 out of there, get some oxygen. And that's basically, there's this big tether line that they have to go up and climb. But that's about where I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to say, what happens or anything. Overall, how is this film? There's just a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of drawn out things with this film. It only runs about an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes. But this film just got a thumbs down from me. It was not exciting at all. There was, the tense moments were basically, them going up this tether line, trying to get some O2. But it just other than that, there wasn't a whole lot. The ending of the film, I did not care for one bit. I would give this film, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this about a 3 out of 10 if I'm being generous. Maybe just the only reason it gets a 3 out of 10 is maybe just for the star power, because Toni Collette, she's good. Anna Kendrick is good. But other than that, this film is definitely not something that I would recommend anybody to check out. Maybe a little harsh, guys, because I try to be optimistic with these films that I watch. But with this one, I was just complete. If you've seen the trailer is the best part of the film, and that's about it. I would stay clear of this one. Unless you're a fan of either of those actresses, I would stay clear of Stowaway. I would definitely not, put the time into checking it out. Now, as far as Woman in the Window with Amy Adams, Julianne Moore is also in this as well as Gary Oldman, and it's a psychological thriller. You have Amy Adams' character. She's frightened of going outside. She has a fear of going outside, agoraphobia or agoraphobia, something like that. You have to excuse me, guys. I'm not, exact the pronunciation of it, but she has this fear of just going outside, and these new neighbors move in across the street, and one of the women, the woman who moves in across the street is Julianne Moore. And what happens is Amy Adams witnesses a crime, a murder, and now is because she has these problems and she is on medication. Sometimes she's on medication, but when she's on medication, she also likes to drink with her medication. So now you have this thing of, is she just imagining these things? Did she really see this woman get killed? Now this is, Julianne Moore, she actually comes over and introduces herself to Amy Adams, but now she's second guessing herself. Did she really come over here or not? Gary Oldman plays the husband of Julianne Moore, and it's just one of those films. You don't know which way it's going to go. Anthony Mackie is in this for a short period as well as Amy Adams' ex-husband, and it's just one of those films you just don't know which way it's going to go. Some twists and turns. Is it there are a couple of things in the film that definitely lowered the score for me. It wasn't a terrible film. On a scale of on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give this probably about a 5 out of 10. You can kind of figure out where they're going to go in certain aspects of it. There's something that happens to Amy Adams, towards the end that's, wow. Like it was a shocking scene. For me at least personally, it was a shocking scene to see this happen to her. But overall, I thought her performance was fine. You definitely felt her, what she was going through, whether or not she's going crazy or not. But would I recommend seeing this film? It's definitely worth a watch. It's not something that if it ever comes out on Blu-ray, it's not something I'm gonna run out and get. I think it's worth a watch. Definitely more than Stowaway. This one is definitely worth a watch. Like I said, if you're somebody's really into psychological thrillers, this is a good one to watch. But if you watched a lot of them, you're probably going to get an idea of where this thing's going to go, where the twists and turns are going to happen with this film. But overall, it's good. It's well acted, and like I said, a 5 out of 10. I probably won't be watching it again. But again, it was definitely worth. See, it's nice to see on Netflix that they're putting these films out that have these these bigger actors in them. And you can definitely see that they're going that route, spending the money, getting these name actors out there, within these films. But, as far as these two films, Stowaway, 3 out of 10. I wouldn't really bother watching it, guys. Woman in the Window, a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, believe me, guys, you could probably catch me on a day where I might say it's a 6 out of 10. But for me, I'd probably go, with a 5. A really solid 5. I think it's a middle of the road. It's not going to blow your mind. If you're, like I said, if you're into psychological thrillers, you're probably going to figure out where they're going to go with this. And it's not a long film, and it's only like about an hour and a half. Again, hour and 35 minutes. Not a long film at all. So definitely, but that one's definitely worth checking out. So guys, like, subscribe, and comment if you have the chance, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Take care.